All right, y'all, let's get into it. Here are a couple of pictures that shows me at my highest weight prior to me having the gastric sleeve done. Um, it is something just to watch these pictures go by and just stroll down memory lane, y'all. I was living life. I was loving life, but I was not having the quality of life that I knew I could have if I could get some of this weight off of me. So I hope you all enjoy because we are about to go into me telling my story of how it works. Hey, 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 it's me, as promised. November the 6th is when I told you I was going to drop the video talking about this weight loss process. So I'm going to try to set some ramifications. So here, y'all, I go talk about how I'm going to set some ramifications and how I'm going to put things in place and in order and how I just plan on being here for like 10 minutes. Well, I just want to go and let you know this 10 minutes turned into 30 minutes. So if you got 30 minutes to give me, keep listening. If you don't have 30 minutes, you might want to pause now and just come on back. Because this thing got kind of good to me and I couldn't let it go at just 10 minutes. But I did say the first session was going to be a little bit longer. I didn't intend on it being that much longer. For those of you that don't know me, if you stay, I hope you enjoy. Naturally bubbly, silly. I just love to enjoy life. I am out here just loving life, literally. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be feeling as well as I do. And we're going to get into all of that as we start going through the process. The way that I plan on doing it is I have about I think about 15, 16 questions that end up coming in. So I'm so grateful for those of you all that share questions. Oh my God, I'm just so grateful for the love and the support that was shown. So what after today's session, after the first session, I think I'm going to cut the type up the questions. And I currently have them typed up on my computer as of already. So I'm looking at the questions, but after today's session, I'm gonna cut up the questions and pull them out of a bucket and just answer them randomly. But there are a few preliminary questions that I want to answer first. So I'm gonna spend today answering like the questions of what was my determining factor to do surgery, what took place as to working up to the surgery, those kind of things, and then we'll get into the other questions that we have available. I will probably, if time permits, I'll try to show you guys where my scars are, or where the incisions were. I really don't call them scars. I got, where things are healing up or have healed up. And we'll get into all that. So what I'm gonna do, so today's video will be a little over 10 minutes, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Alexa to set me a timer for 10 minutes. And when she goes off, then I'll know that is time for me to end, and we'll go from there. So let's get into it. I'm excited. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
All right, so let's jump in. First thing first, I am Randy. Hey, y'all. I have had a surgery called a gastric sleeve. It's also known as a VSG surgery, I think, if I'm correct on the letters for it. I would try to pronounce like all the V and the V, put the V mean and all that. Look it up, baby, because I don't want to be murdering nothing, not pronouncing it correctly. I am an educator, but I'm one of the ones that'll tell you I don't know how to pronounce everything, baby. That ain't what they gave me. When God was passing out that part right there, he didn't give me the ability to pronounce everything. Yes, I did learn phonics in school, but we do speak the English language, and we know that rough and tough and though and thou all look similar in the spelling and pronounce totally different. Okay, somebody out there understand what I'm saying? All right. We could take live and live, look at it, and you got to read what's before it and after it to know what you need to say when it comes to the enunciation of it. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. All right, so carrying on with the business for today. I did have a surgery on May 9th of this year, 2024. which was my dad's 70th birthday, which is why I thought it was so amazing. I felt that was my confirmation from him that all was well, that this was going to take me in the right direction for a healthier, better me. Okay. So I had the sleeve done on the 9th of May of this year. What caused me to get the sleeve? Let's go back down memory lane. I am currently 43 years old. I had the sleeve done right before my 43rd birthday, which means at 42 years old, I was at 303 pounds. The heaviest that I have ever been in my life. Now, let me go on and put it out there for the folks to know. Randy ain't never been little, okay? I have never been a little girl. I've always been of weight. As far as I can remember, I've always been at least 200 pounds. I played years of softball. My nickname for softball was Big Juicy because I was always a big girl. But I was very athletic. Not only did I play softball, I cheered for years. And folk go to me, I don't remember her cheering and all that. I didn't say I cheered for high school. I cheered for the brick for years. I didn't do high school cheering. In high school, I was focused on softball. I didn't do cheering in high school, but I did recreation cheering as well as rec and school softball. Anyway, back to the conversation at hand. But I though I was in shape, though that I was athletic, I have never been a small framed or a thin individual. I ended up breaking my kneecap in 2015. My sister and I was doing some coaching, and we were coaching our girls. Swung to try to hit a ball out the center field, trying to rush, and came down on my knee at practice. And so from there, I wasn't able to just put the weight and everything on my knees like I wanted to. And from the years of cheering and 20 plus years of softball, the wear and tear that it did to my knees, though I was up moving around being very athletic, it put a lot of wear and tear on my knees. So by the time I hit 28, 29 years old, they were talking to me about having knee replacements. Okay, that is too young to be talking knee replacements. Let's fast forward back to my 40s. Well, here I am, 303 pounds with terrible knees. Not only to add to that, I had what is known as GERD, which is like severe acid reflux. It's just, and I had been dealing with that for about 15 plus years. Was on several medications for it that I was taking at least 4 times a day, trying to control it, and it still did not help. If I could show you guys my medical records as to how many times I had to go to the emergency room rushing, thinking that I was having a heart attack when it was just severe reflux going on inside. The reflux would get so bad it would end up leading to this thing called costochondritis. I think if I'm pronouncing that right, to where your chest walls would just get so tight and inflamed, and then you got to take something to make your chest walls relax so that you can breathe. And it's just, y'all, it was so much. And I was going to a gastrologist, and he was doing the best he could do. He was trying to help me medicate. And of course, the number one thing is, hey, let's get some weight off you. Okay, that sounds good. But how do you get weight off you? You got to exercise. Well, how do you exercise when your knees are horrible, when you've been told that you need knee replacements? So you going in there to try to get some exercise. Well, you know what? Do water aerobics. Cool. I do have a pool, but I have an outdoor pool. So during the wintertime, I can't go out there and get in that water. Okay, so it's just water aerobics when your knees are bad is one of the best things to do. Of course, getting on the bicycle didn't work for me either, because once when you're pedaling that bike and that my knee goes back to get ready to force that pedal and it rubs up again, y'all. You listen. I don't wish that pain on my worst enemy, and I don't even claim to have enemies, but I wouldn't want anybody to feel what I was feeling. So it was just so anyway. So trying to figure out how to come off the weight so that I could help my reflux issues was the biggest concern with my former gastrologist. And so I ended up finding a new gastrologist because I wanted to do something different. I needed a better option than being medicated for the rest of my life. That is not what I wanted to do. And I also knew I needed to get the weight off of my knees and off of my chest so that I could have a better quality of life. If I may share a personal moment, the determining factor for me to decide to go and find a new doctor that could give me different options was when I discovered me actually trying to use the restroom. And if the toilet seat was too low, I'm having to struggle to get up from the toilet seat, up and down, because the weight that was on my knees was requiring me to either hold on to the toilet or hold on to a wall or use a handicap stall if I'm out in public so that I can get myself up off of the toilet. That, for me, was an issue. That was a major issue because in my mind, I was thinking, I am 42 years old. If I am struggling like this at 42 years old to get off of a toilet seat, my God, what kind of position am I going to have to put my children in to have to see about me in 20 or less years because of my mobility was so strained at that moment, okay? So I said, I got to do something because it's not my children's job to see about me. It's my job to see about my children. Okay. Now, when I'm older and you know, in my 70s, 80s, I still want to be up and be mobile. But I would rather them help me then than having to worry about their mama at 40 something, 40, 50, 60 years old. I should be in the prime of my life. I should be ready to travel and ready to see what the world got for me, baby. Because by then I'd be planning on retiring. I'd be out here ready to live my best life. Because I told you I'm already loving life. Then I'm going to be ready to live my best life and keep loving life at that. Okay? So, anyway. So, why did I decide to do this? 1, my knees. 2, my reflux, my GERD. 3, the weight had become an issue to my mobility. I was becoming immobile at such a young age. My home has stairs in it. Me literally walking upstairs to my room would cause me to be winded. Okay, my knees would be aching. So it became to the point where once I was upstairs, I was upstairs. I'm not coming back down. Or once I came downstairs, I'm downstairs. I'm not going back up until it's time for me to go to bed. Okay, that's not living life. I just told you I love life, okay? And I like being Randy loving life. So I needed to find something that was going to help me be back living life. So I ended up having an appointment with a guy named Dr. Bagnado out of Macon, Georgia. And he's a gastrologist as well as a bariatric doctor. And I went during November. There's my 10-minute time. I'm gonna finish my thought. I went during November of 2023 and had my consultation. Alexa, stop the timer. I went and had my appointment with him, my consultation. I told him pretty much what I just shared with you all. And he said we have some options. We talked about my family history. So now I'm getting into the next question of what happens when you go and meet with a gastrologist or with a bariatric doctor. What transpires? Well, you make an appointment, you go and you have a consultation. I can't speak for everybody's. I can only speak for my process with Dr. Bagnado. So I went and had my consultation the week of Thanksgiving, that Tuesday. In 2023, so I'm coming up to a year later, when it all started. Went and met with him, told him what I had going on. He gave me my option, and there were several things that he said we could do, but he basically spoke to me from a gastrologist aspect. It wasn't strictly about me having a surgery to lose weight. It was, how can we correct this GERD, because this thing is going to get worse before it gets better. So let's get you better so that you can have a better quality of life. Okay. And so he presented me with my options. And the one that worked best for me was what is the quickest way that we can get the weight off of off of your body. Let's get your weight down quickly. That will help with the reflux going on in here, but it will also get some weight off of your knees so that you can exercise to keep the reflux in check. Okay, that's the balance. That was the point. At this appointment, I took my mother with me. Because she's my sounding board. My God is my God of all. But I'm grateful that he gave me the mother that he gave me, because she is my, when I talk to God and I feel like he's answered me, or when I know he's answered me, but sometimes I need that earthly confirmation, that earthly voice, so to say. Is some of y'all know where I'm coming from when I say this. Then that I'm grateful that he placed my mother there, because she's that. So a lot of times when I make big decisions, first and foremost, I'm going to pray about it. Secondly, I'm going to share my ideas with my mom. And then thirdly, I'm going to get her to join me if she's available to go wherever I go before I make any big decision. Because we as people tend to be hasty, because we want what we want when we want it, and it doesn't matter what it takes to get what we want. And sometimes we can jump out there and be irrational. Sometimes we can move too fast. So I take my mom because she helps me to slow down. Let's process. Let's look at every aspect. Yes, that does sound good. Yes, that can correct this, but what is it going to bring up on this side? So whereas I'm excited about the news, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. She was there to say, okay, so what are the results from this though? And what's the process, and what's the mortality rate from this, and what's, because you need every aspect. You need it all. Okay. And so we sat and we talked, and not only that, she was there because we had to go through my medical history as well on my family side, because there are some things that you need to know before you can jump out here and get this surgery. You gotta, what do you have? High blood pressure? That's family issue. Thyroids, family issue. Diabetes, family issue. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain things that can play factors into why me, as being morbidly obese, did not need to be morbidly obese, because the more boxes we checked off of with the stuff I already had going on, we're starting to say, okay, Randy, if you don't hurry up and get it together, listen, from that date to that date may be sooner than you think. Baby, we ain't trying to close out that dash no time soon. So let's get it together, because we don't need that ending date to be anytime soon, Lord willing. Okay. Now, of course, no man knows the hour, but there are some things that we can do that doesn't help that hour. Y'all feel me? Some of y'all get what I'm saying. But needless to say, so I had the consultation. I asked him, could we move forward in doing the sleeve, instead of all the other options. There were, like I said, there were other options, even the bypass, but I felt like I didn't need the bypass. He felt like I didn't need the bypass. He felt the sleeve would be the best option, which to me it was. And there were several things that had to occur though before I could get the sleeve. And so there were several appointments that I had to go back to. There were some things that I had to get done. I had to, one, I had to have my heart checked to make sure that I could even handle a surgery. Two, I had to make sure my lungs were strong enough. You have to go through like this testing of your lungs. I had to have a sleep study. I had to have a psychological to make sure that I was mentally prepared to have this surgery done. A lot of people assume that you just decide you're gonna have surgery and boom, it's it's done like that. No, not according to Dr. Bagnado. That's not the way he works. He deals with your total being. He wants to make sure that you are ready all together. Okay. So I see that I'm coming up to about 20 minutes. I said I only wanted to do 10. I have doubled that, y'all. Y'all pray for me, yeah. But what I am gonna do, I'm gonna stand up. A 360 view of myself, and I also am going to show you my stomach and my incision marks. So if you don't want to see that part, you may fast forward, so skip past it. If you know, I will tell you now, I have stretch marks. You'll hear me saying that I ain't ashamed of nothing about me, baby. It ain't for you to like anyway. I love it. All right. So I went enjoy. To the hospital. This was my pre-op date 6 months ago. Tomorrow will be 6 months on that Thursday. Tomorrow will be half a year that I've had surgery. May the 9th was a Thursday. And November the 7th on that Thursday will be 6 months. I am currently at about 217 pounds. My highest weight, as I mentioned to you all, was 303. Before my surgery, once I was actually approved for surgery, I had to do a low carb diet. I had to do 2 weeks of me eating low carb, high protein. And I did that for 2 weeks. I lost about 14 pounds in the process of that. So I went into the surgery, the day of surgery, weighing 287 pounds. Okay. Today I am currently at 217 pounds. All right. Yeah, I know. So here we go, y'all. I believe in a t-shirt because I stay cold. So y'all don't judge me. Let's try to show you my little incisions without showing you all of my business, my morning glory. But there are 6 years, and y'all see my little. I had these after my babies. That went from the weight loss. They're from my children. Bless God, I love them. I love every stretch mark. And for those of you all that are grossed out, baby, you better find you something to do other than play with me. Because I don't care about you being grossed out, baby. Because I will find that 303. Hello, you better ask somebody. Matter of fact, ask my husband. Because I got one. I'm going to leave that long. Anyway, back. All right. So, that was one. That's one. I have 5 places that they went in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the biggest of, and it still ain't that big, y'all. Like I said, that's 6 months, and they don't bother me at all. And the 5th one was actually in my navel, and I don't know if you really can see that, but those are the 5 spots. My mother just untold the shirt. But yeah, that's me. Someone asked about the loose skin, and I'll get into all of that, and I'll actually wear some better pants so I can show you all that part as well. My skin ain't really did much more than because again, I was a big girl. I keep telling y'all, I was a big girl anyway. So my skin really I don't really have a whole bunch of loose skin besides my arms. My arms, you can see it, you know, in the shirt, but if I was to take the shirt off, you could see them a little bit better. But my arms was flabby anyway before I started losing weight. So y'all, I'm telling you, I'm excited. If you have more questions, send me the questions, y'all. Listen, I'm an open book, baby. I ain't embarrassed of nothing I have done in life at all. So if you want to know, you ask me. I'm not gonna get on here showing y'all my private parts and all this stuff. I don't get down like that. But as far as you seeing my belly, I ain't embarrassed. You know, folk gonna say what they gonna say. I got thick skin, but as you can see, I got thick skin, literally and figuratively. So that stuff right there don't bother me. All the little extra commentary, you can keep that. You might as well just tell you and God, because ain't no need to wasting your energy telling me. God, I ain't the one for it. However, if you got a question, ask me. I don't mind. I am an open book, y'all. I'm an open book. There's no such thing as a too personal question. You know, if I come across a question that I feel is too personal, then I'll answer it at the best of my ability, and then I say, now after that, I think that's a little too personal. Okay. But yeah, I'm an open book. Ask me. Let's talk about it. If I have somebody on here, on my page or that sees this and be like, you know what, I've been there, girl. You know what? Let me tell you my story. Hey, link up. Let's link up if you don't mind people knowing, because this is the thing. You have some folks that'll get out here and be like, oh girl, I just cut back on and went to the gym. Okay, that's fine. Listen, if you don't want to tell people the truth about what you did, hey, that's your little red wagon, and today is blue wagon day, baby. So that's on you. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I am not embarrassed to tell people I had surgery. Yes, because exercising and eating right didn't work for me. That didn't even work for me when I was in the prime of my life. When I was in my early teens and my mid teens and my late teens and my 20s, eating and working out didn't work for me. I still was a plus size girl. I'm not trying to be skinny. I don't want to be. I don't know what a skinny Randy is. I've never seen that. You know what I mean? I don't mind holding it. I got this old cliche that I love to say. You got to be to something to do something. You know what I mean? Okay? All right. You got to have some cushion for the pushing. No shade to the women under 200. Hey, baby, you are beautiful in your own right. But I'm right now, I'm talking about me. I am stroking my own hair. Okay? I'm talking about me. Okay? I feel like that my body works best at 200 pounds. I just, now if I ain't trying to just maintain 200, if I get smaller than 200, okay, well, then the Lord said that He wanted me smaller than 200, and I'm gonna roll it. I'm still gonna be me. I have the same confidence today that I had when I was 303 pounds, because I know that I was fearfully and wonderfully made, and this outside shell has nothing to do with what's going on inside. My inside was chosen to be great, and I ain't gonna let nothing stop and shake that from being. But this outside needed a little tweaking, and that's what I did. I went and had surgery to tweak it. Now I'm gonna talk about what I do to maintain it, because it ain't just a quick fix, y'all. People like to say that, oh, you had surgery, it's a quick fix. That surgery is a quick fix. Oh, it's the easy way out. No, ma'am, no, sir. Ain't nothing. Baby, come a little close. Come here. Let me tell you. It ain't. Oh, okay. You can bag back up. It ain't. Thinking it's quick. It's a quick fix. It's not. Thinking it's the easy way out. It's not. It's not. There's a process to this, baby. There's a lifestyle to this. And my next session, we're gonna get into all that. I'm gonna talk about what a day looks like in my life. Most of the time you see me, I'm gonna have that cup right here. In my little first snippet that I did, especially when we do family content, you're gonna always see me with this cup. This is a 40-ounce cup. I try to make it a mission to drink what's in this container every day. That way I know I have gotten 40 ounces of fluid at least. It is a struggle for me 6 months out to get down 40 ounces of fluid in a day. Okay? Because I need you to understand, I have a stomach that is the size of probably a medium-sized banana. So I can't just eat as much as I want to eat. I can't just drink as much as I want to drink. I have to either eat and don't drink, or drink and don't eat. And then when I drink, then I need to give it 10-15 minutes before I try to eat something. If I eat, then I need to give it 15 to 30 minutes before I try to drink something. And I got to make sure that I eat and drink enough throughout the day. So it is a process, but we'll get into all that. All right. 30 minutes is my mark, y'all. We're currently at 28 minutes and some change. Again, thank you all for the love. Thank you for the support. I'm so excited. If you ever need me, if you ever have any questions, hit me up. Drop the comments in here. If you follow me on TikTok, you can send me a personal message. I don't mind. If you're following me on Facebook, you can send me a personal message on there. If you know me personally, text it. Call me. Text it so I can see what the message is so I don't forget. Send me the question or just respond here on YouTube so I know. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. All
Have
right,
a
if you're
great
still
life
here, you made it to the
and
end,
a
y'all.
great
I'm
day.
closing out.
All right?
And then after I
Let's
close, you're
make
going to
it
see
great.
where we roll into now, where I show you a snippet of the workout routine that I do. I do actually do some core training 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with one of my coworkers, my co-teacher, my partner teacher. I call her my WBFF. She knows what that means. We kind of laugh about that. But she is a big fanatic when it comes to fitness, and she does this weight program. And she's been teaching me different stuff to do, and we do different exercises each day. And this particular day kicked my butt, y'all. As you can see, I'm all in the air. But I want y'all to know something. You can look at this and you can laugh and be like, "Oh Lord, she all in there. She doing that all wrong." I want to just give you a moment of realizing. Before I lost this weight, I could not get down on the floor without somebody helping me up. Doing these things here was unheard of. This is me literally holding up 200 and what 17 pounds while lifting a bell and still a weight bell. Y'all listen. The more I do it, the better I'm gonna get at it. And next, you're gonna see us go into actual burpees. Now, your girl ain't got no ups, but the mere fact, honey, that I pulled this 217 pounds up off the ground and put it in the air, and then drop that thing and throw them legs behind me, and then you gonna see me bouncing back in, baby. Cause these knees ain't. I told y'all these knees ain't what they supposed to be, but they're better than what they used to be. Come on now, okay? And you see me with my knee brace on both knees. But needless to say that our workout video lasts about 24 minutes, but I want you all to see that I actually do some type of maintaining. Before I was released to be able to do workouts, one of my great friends, she's more like a mother figure, but I love on her like a sister. She's my girl. She used to make me get up and go walking right after my surgery. She and I would do close to 2 miles, and she was dedicated to making me walk every morning. And that Miss Linda Reed. I hope she don't mind me putting her out there like that. But I do have some very supportive people in my life that pushes me to keep going and to hold myself accountable. So after the workout video, we're gonna stroll into some after pictures. So yeah, let's get it.
Skincare can start in the laundry room. All Free Clear is the #1 brand of laundry detergent recommended by dermatologists for sensitive skin, and it's free of toxins.
Okay, so good thing you're
Some before and after photos of like some of the same outfits, or just putting in comparison to where I was versus where I am. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your time, your love, and your energy.